Hi guys, welcome to MoonChild Serendipity Tarot. So I'm back. I've had a strange time. I've got a new deck. I spent a lot of time trying to learn it. It's a little bit different from the decks that I've owned up to these days. I'm still learning it, but I felt like I should do something today. I felt called to do a reading today. And as a matter of fact, tomorrow is Sunday, August 8th, and I don't know, it doesn't happen in English, but in my language or in my culture, Sunday is like it's counted as the 8th day of the week, if that makes sense, because we start from like Monday's like the second day. I don't know how. But it means like the second two, so the number associated with Sunday is number 8. So tomorrow will actually be like the 8th day, August the 8th. And it's also like the day that the Lion Gate is officially activated. So I think that I would do something, some kind of reading for that. So what I'm planning on doing today is that I will do a quick individual readings for BTS members, on what are coming for them, to them, when the Lion Gate is opened. It's not gonna be like tomorrow, but it's like from now until within 2 weeks. So like things that I'm manifesting for them in the next 2 weeks, individually. And if you don't know about Lion Gate, there's a lot of articles on Google that you can find, but basically, to me, in my belief, it is the time, the period that how do you say it, like the energies and the alignments, the elements are aligned, and we are empowered to manifest better, like quicker, if we know how, if we know how to correctly. It's like considered a time of good luck, but this luck is like, it's a fruition, like to me, in my belief, is a fruition of all the choices and decisions and everything that you've been preparing yourself for, with a true element of luck. So yeah, let's see what is manifesting for BTS members within the next 2 weeks. And I've only realized recently when I've got this deck, because all my decks, they have different energies, so I use them to read for different type of readings or for different purposes. But I didn't really quite put them into perspective until I got this one. So this deck is a new deck. It's a really, really beautiful deck. It's called Orion's Tarot deck, if I'm not wrong. I'm terrible with names, but it's beautiful. It's not totally traditional tarot, Rider-Waite tarot, so I had to spend a little bit of time to learn it, but I'm absolutely loving it so far. So the energy of this deck is like the self-actualization and self-learning. So I've been using it for a lot of self-work, shadow work, to get to know myself, and I use it to read for other people when they have the questions about themselves as well. So it's very like, it's help you to look inside of yourself. This deck here has the energy of like the universe. So if I want to read something about like what the universe is bringing to me, or like what kind of elements are working out there, I would use this deck, and it usually gives me a more profound, well, not like more profound, but like extraterrestrial kind of messages, and I can read beyond the normal level of vibration when I use this deck. I don't know if I'm explaining it the right way, but that's how I don't know, I can't put them into like normal words, because there's no normal, I don't know, we don't talk about these things on a daily conversations, right? So I'm struggling to find the words for it. And this deck is like, if I can best put it, it's like earthling energy. So anything that's going on on our planets, the elements of like the people, the natures, because it's like the wild unknown spirits. So I can read like earthling spirits with this deck, and it gives me like the feelings of the vibration. Like I use it best when I try to read the vibration or the frequencies of anything that is on this physical planet. And this deck I use it to read about people. So it's more like a humanly energy. Oh, and like my apology if the cameras pick up some of the noises from outside, because it's raining and the kids are playing outside. Not my kids, but the neighborhood's kids, they playing outside, so there might be a lot of noises, and if they do get picked up on the camera, I apologize for it. So today what I will do for this individual reading, oh, someone is crying, is that I will get one card from each deck for each members to see what kind of blessings are coming for them, what kind of changes, like inner changes, they will go through within the next 2 weeks, what the universes are giving to them during this line gate period, what other factors might affect their manifestation in the next 2 weeks. So that is the plan. And then we will shuffle this oracle decks to see if there is any other extra additional messages that we can get. Right, yeah, I hope that I explained it right. Oh, and I think there's one thing I want to mention. I think that I did an overall reading for like a predictions for BTS for the rest of 2021, right? I don't usually remember my readings because I will get overloaded if I do. But I remember that I got 2 kings in that reading, and I picked up something about like people with voices, and people who are like very well respected, and people of the top positions in the industry will like publicly support BTS, especially in like the US UK industry. And we got Ed Sheeran and Elton John, didn't we? So I was like surprised, not surprised, but I was like, oh, so that's they're our kings, and it kind of makes sense. So yeah, I just want to mention that. Right, I will do the shuffling off the camera, and then we will shuffle this together. Okay, so we've got the cards here. I aim for this to be a short, quick reading. It's like an energy checkup. So we're gonna look at the members' readings in fan channel order. I don't know how to call it. And then we have 4 cards, and we will shuffle the oracle deck, this one, together. So let's start with Namjoon. So I aim for each card to have like different meanings, like to cover different area aspect. I love this card. So we will start with this one. So it will tell us like what is manifesting for Namjoon, but this is like what other people are bringing to him. And then we have 6 of Cups. So this talks about like reconciliation with childhood friend, or Namjoon will like or someone would make him feel like a child again. People around Namjoon, or like there will be an experience where Namjoon would feel like he could be kids again, like he could feel the pure joy and carefree spirit of being a child. So I get a really like nurturing feeling from this card. It's not like other people nurture him, but it, like, you know, the rejuvenating power of living moments as a child. Like, like it's like when you have a flashback of memories of when you were a child and you feel happy and you feel like there's something renewed or refreshed or rejuvenate within you. And I think that is one significant thing that is manifesting during this Lion Gate period for Namjoon, that he will get to experience something that would make him feel like a child, make him feel this pure joy and carefree of a kid. This also talks about like childhood memories, friends who have been separated for a long time and met, and like reconciliate, is that the word, or just like amending an old relationship or an old connection. Yeah, I think it's a really nice card, and I feel like with someone who feels things deeply like Namjoon, this can be a really profound experience, even though if it's just like a small gesture or just a short event, so to say. And then this card will tell us, it's more like, it's also like other people bringing to him, but this has more of a, not a global, but more of a, like, how you say it, like a bigger or wider effect, and it has the Sun of Wands. So I think this is like a spark of inspiration. It could be drawn, so like Namjoon would get a spark of inspiration and motivation and passion. It could be drawn from this Six of Cups situation, but it could also be drawn from something that is happening in the world. Possibly I'm hearing someone young achieving something really cool or really big, or really profound in Namjoon's perspective, and then he will take that as a motivation or as a spark. It's like he's looking at someone who's young and achieving something great. He'll be like, but he might be talking about that person in a new song or in his speech. It's getting this really pumped up motivation from someone else's achievement, and I think this is really cool, because, you know, the people who can honestly celebrate other people's achievement are the great kind of people, and I think Namjoon are one of those who's like, instead of being like envious or instead of pressuring himself to achieve the same thing, he look at other people's achievement and be like, oh my god, that's so inspiring, I want to do something too, so that I can feel the sense of accomplishment. And I think that's really, really great. And then this card will tell us what is manifesting, like what is the universe is bringing to Namjoon during this Lion Gate period. And we have the Sun, woohoo! So the Sun in every spread is like, it's lighting up everything, but I mean, we've got pretty positive vibes going on. So I think the Sun is like, the Sun in this deck is like everything's melting together, and it's making things feel right. So what I'm hearing with this card is that to Namjoon, everything that's happening in the next 2 weeks will feel right to him and will set him up for a long run ahead. I think within the next 2 weeks, Namjoon will feel like anything happens, he'll feel like, oh my god, it's going in the right direction. He will feel like everything in his life is falling into the right place. And it just feels so smooth and feels really, really good. I would say like the planets are in alignment for Namjoon to do whatever it is that he wants, be it from himself or like for other people, be it his inner growth or for his humanitarian activities. Everything is working really well, and it's working like those wheels in a clock, you know, everything fits in together. It's the perfect timing, it's the perfect people to be surrounded with. Things are very much in alignment for Namjoon within the next 2 weeks, and it will set him up onto something really, really great. And the final card, this one is from my new deck, and I aim for it to be talking about the changes that Namjoon will go through, like, or will start stepping into, starting from this line gate. And it's awesome because the strength card, I think because of my other decks, I associated the strength card with fire and Leo energy and the lion. And we're talking about lion gate, right? We're talking about number 8. We're talking about like a surge of inspiration and determination, and this is exactly what it is. But I think because everything else outside is going well for Namjoon, he has more time. Not like he has more time, but he realized that he himself also changing from within. This strength card is about drawing strength from inside to answer the call from the outer world. Everything is in alignment. Like Namjoon is on fire. He's confident. He's well grounded. He has his goals and everything else set. He's determined. I don't know what else to say about this card, because it's like it's gonna go and get whatever it is he wants, and he's very well respected as well. He's like, he's on a place that is higher than everyone else. I don't know why, but whenever I look at this stuff, I was like, he's looking down on other people, not in a bad sense, but it's like he has the power, but he doesn't pity anyone. He doesn't regard himself as like a god, or like as someone who has great power. He knows that he has his power, but he knows how to use it, and he respects other people, and he knows that other people has their powers and their strength too. So he doesn't. Is very humble, but very confident, and the way he carries himself is like people would know that he has the power, but he would never use or abuse his powers to do bad to anyone. So yeah, I think that is super, super nice for Namjoon. So he can expect small but powerful changes that is coming his way during this Lion Gate period. Right, let's move on to SUGA. Okay, we'll start with this card. We have 5 of Swords in the upright position, so this is about people around him, environment. I think with this card, it's like an offer is being turned down. I think several offers had been given to Jin, but he has been taking his time to decide upon these offers, and then the other people were like, oh, we can't wait that long anymore. If you not gonna take it, then we're gonna like withdraw our offers. And I think Jin's being fine with it, but I think, yeah, there are some offers being withdrawn, but I mean, if I think it's being those are being withdrawn because they are possibly not the right ones, and Jin is not losing anything. The other people, they're not losing anything. It's just not the right opportunity for both parties. So there's nothing to worry about it. I think they both know, Jin and the other parties. They both know that this is probably not going to be the right opportunities for both. So yeah, that's it. And then this, ooh, we have the Ace of Cups. So another offer is coming to Jin, I think, and this is a bigger one, more fitting, the one that he truly has feelings for. No, I'm not romantic feelings, but the things that really excites him. The offer that is coming to Jin is something that he truly wants. It feels right for him. It excites him. It makes him like, I don't know, I can just see him being like, oh, I like this. And I can just see him smiling about this, even though he's a little bit nervous to take up this offer, of course, because it's going to be quite a big offer. And you could feel at first like it's a little bit too big for him, but no, it's a right one. It's crafted for him. It's for him to claim, and I think Jin will take it because he really likes this one. Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like this cup is for Jin to feel. It's the perfect opportunity for Jin. This one talks about, like, yeah, the universal offer. What is manifesting, what is being downloaded to Jin during this Lion Kid period. We have Knight of Wands. So apparently there are a lot of things going on in Jin's life, and he's accomplishing a lot of things from different sources. It could be that if Jin takes up this offer, he will be very, very busy. And then, yeah, it could be like, I think this is like a warning for a period ahead, possibly 6-7 months, that Jin is super busy doing different things. But it's not something to worry too much about. Because, like, when I see flowers here, it's a wand card. It's a wand card, but I like everything I see is flowers. It's flowers bloom from hard work, and from pure intention. That's what I'm hearing. So this is like Jin will be rewarded with everything that he's been doing up until this point. Like, if he sows some seeds, and now the flowers are blossoming for him, and they blossom all at the same time, so it could feel like a little bit overwhelming. Jin would be really, really busy, but I guess he's happy with it, or like it's something that he wants to do, so he will power through it. Yeah, I'm just feeling, I look at this is like things are coming to him. The elements are walking, are helping him growing his flowers. He's being prepared to lavish in a lot of accomplishment and success and spotlight. So I do think that this offer has something to do with his career, that would put him under a lot of spotlight, and it is something that he truly wants to do. Right, the last card we have Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is his inner development. I think this talks about independence, and the realizations that he can do things by himself. I think it pertains to these offers in the work. What I'm seeing here is his solo project. You can watch my other readings on the members' solo projects on the channel, but I do think this pertains to his solo project, so I would still go with the ideas of him taking up an acting role. Oh, it's in reverse. So he would, I think she would have to work alone, or like he would have to, oh, wait. Do you know what I'm saying? This is like an acting role where he's the sub-main characters. So there'll be like a triangle of, you know, like the usual K-drama plot. It's not gonna be like the typical, I don't think it's following the typical thing, but there will still be like a triangle between 3 people and stuff like that. But also, if it talks about Jin's inner development, he will realize that this is the one area that he's capable of working independently. It's separated from his work as BTS member. He's still gonna be working diligently as with BTS, with everything, with all the good work, and he loves that too. But then he will also realize that acting is something he wants to do, and he can manage to do that on his own as well. Oh, well, what did we forget to shuffle? The oracle cards for Namjoon. Dang. Okay, let's do that for both of them. So this is what happened when I do things on the spot. Okay, let's see what is coming for Namjoon during this Lion Gate period. I just don't want the card to fall out on my layout. Okay. Ooh, let's stand still. This is interesting because I think all of Namjoon's cards are not like moving cards either. It's like he can just stand where he is now and things will come to him. And he can just like take time to contemplate, take time to observe, and take time to think about everything, like just taking everything in without doing anything. Yeah, he's being set up to something big, but now is the time to just like absorb everything that is coming to him. Ooh, I think that's awesome. That also goes well with the other card. And now, okay, let's do one for Jin. So what is manifesting for Jin during this Lion Gate period? Simplicity. I like it. I think when we have this one with the Knight of Wands, it talks about taking things in a simple way, in a simple approach. Like if he wants to do it, do it. It can be a lot of work, but then he doesn't have to mix things. He doesn't have to try to think, oh my god, if I invest too much of my time into acting, so people will be like, oh, you're neglecting your duty as BTS members. No, I'm pretty sure he's very well supported by his members and his friends and the company to do whatever it is that he likes, to explore his potentials. The thing is, he has to take that in a simple way as well. Just do whatever it is that he wants. He has the resources and the means to do it. he just doesn't have to think about things too complicatedly. Does that make sense? Yeah, and it's felt like because the feathers falling, so it's also like blessings coming to him. Probably there'll be someone telling him the things that I was just talking about, and then makes him realize that he doesn't have to complicate things. Right, let's move on to Yoongi. So the same, we will start with this card with 7 of Pentacles, so things that are other people. What am I talking about? So the 7 of, I think this talks about like, ooh, I think it's, when I look at the 7 of Pentacles, it feels is the products that has been set aside, and not and this person wasn't sure what to do with these products yet. But when we have it in reverse, they now know what they're gonna do with these products. So I think these are like songs and things that the projects that you have set aside or have given to other people, but it hasn't been released yet, or it hasn't been used yet. But now they're gonna get like starting release slowly. So I think maybe we can expect some more songs produced by SUGA coming out. Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah, it's about someone using up their resources, the one that they have been saving up. And there might be more than one, because we have 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, from now until the end of the year, that's what I'm thinking. For the next 2 weeks, I think either Yoongi are giving things to other... No, I think he has already done giving things to other people. For the next 2 weeks, I think people will get like working on it or announce the release. I don't know. But that's the sense. So I think we can expect more produced by SUGA not until the end of the year, or maybe up until like January, February. So this one, oh, see, like collaboration. So this is like 3 of Pentacles. So I think there will be other projects that Yoongi is like actively involved in, with like working with other people. Yeah. Why am I hearing he's like forming it's not a group, it's not a unit, but it's like an act. Maybe he's having like more than one song with someone, with 2 other people, because we have 3. It's like a rap. It's like a rap or hip hop. How do you say it? It's not a battle, but it's like hand off. What does that mean? I don't know. The things where you like, there's a song where 3 people to rap different parts, kind of like freestyling, but then it's kind of like a battle, but then they goes well. So everything mixed well together, and it makes a perfect song. Is that a thing? I don't know, but maybe it might be something that Yoongi is working on with other people. What do I know about raps? And then we have this one, 3 of Swords. What is manifesting in the universe? For Yoongi, so the 3 of Swords are not a favorite cards in any deck. So with this one, I feel like there will be disappointment, there will be a backstabbing things that is happening. It will be like outer. So I think this is like a warning for Yoongi. He has to be careful with people around him. I think Yoongi are one of the people that has the most, how to say it, Yoongi is one of those people who manages their social connection very, very well. He knows who he's associated with, and he knows how to get his way through his connections, that's for sure. But with this one, I feel like his expectations for some people are not met, and he will be kind of disappointed and sad about it. It could also be a heartbreak, like a separation, and the cause is from the other party. So the other party might cut it off with Yoongi. But what I focus on in this card is this butterfly right here. It's a symbol of hope, and it's a symbol, like, for this card, it's a symbol of the soul escaping what is not meant. Okay, my camera just cut off, and I don't know where it is cut off, so we'll continue with this. So I was just talking about this butterfly on this card here, especially in this card. It's a symbol of hope and a symbol of getting away from the situation, separating yourself from the situation. So whatever it is that is happening here, whoever it is that is stopping Yoongi or disappointing him or hurting him, they're not meant to be with Yoongi in the long run anymore. They have done their deeds, they have completed their circle in Yoongi's path, and now it is the time to part. And I think if we focus on this butterfly here in this card, it's like Yoongi would be able to look at this situation, like he'll be able to separate his feelings from the situation and see it clearly, so that he feels he's hurt, but that doesn't destroy him in a way. Yeah, so like Three of Swords cards are never a favorable card, but it talks about a situation that we cannot avoid, and it gives us a warning how we can deal with those situations so that it doesn't destroy us. And then we have, for the self-growth, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. I think this also talks about Yoongi being able to separate himself from the situation right here, and just look at it from an outer perspective, like from a higher perspective, and then he will draw that inwards, and like I would say, this is the lesson, or this is a hurdle that Yoongi needs to go through in his inner growth journey as well. It serves his spiritual growth, so to speak. It will only make him stronger, that's for sure. And it reminds him of the power he has, of the position that he's in within his life, of the control he has over his life. It feels empowering in a sense when Yoongi realizes that, oh, other people can't hurt me the way they hurt me before anymore, because now I have control over my emotions and how I feel. They can hurt me, but that doesn't destroy me. They can't destroy me. That is the spirit. Right, let's see. Oh, that's quick. Oh, yeah, we have diligence. This is also about looking at things from a higher perspective, and laying low during a hard period so that we can like regrow ourselves, and rejuvenate and rebuild ourselves. It's like taking things in, to grow from inside. And yeah, being diligent, like nobody can bring him down, not anymore. Yes, so let's move on to Hosok. Hobie, J-Hope, J. Start with this one. We have Six of Swords. In reverse. The Six of Swords usually talks about like leaving a situation, like separating himself from a situation that doesn't serve him anymore. When we have it in reverse, I feel like other people are trying to get back to Hosok, like possibly the one that has left him before, try to like reconnect with him. It's either people in the industry or his. This doesn't feel like a very close relationship, a very close connection. It feels like someone who used to use Hosok for their gain, like to gain something from him, or to like someone who used to take advantages of Hosok, and now they feel like. And well, like when Hosok realized that they were taking advantages of him, of course he cut it off, and these people left him, of course, as well. It's like they separated, but then those people realized that the separation doesn't worth what they gain from Hosok, so they were like trying to find their way, to reconnect with Hobie. The thing is that Hobie doesn't block this. He doesn't, like, he let them do what they do, but he's not very welcoming. He's not welcoming, but he's not stopping them from trying to come back into his life. And I feel like that is very typical. So he would not completely shut someone out. He just show them a polite gesture and just like, you do whatever you do, but I cannot guarantee that it will go back to how it was before. Yeah, we have Four of Swords. So like, oh no, it's not. What I'm talking about is Seven of Swords. No, Hosok knows these people's intentions, and he knows what he has. He knows how he feels about it. And he knows that he's right. He knows he has the power to well, not the power, but he knows that he doesn't need these people anymore, and there are things that he keeps to himself. So whatever it is that those people are trying to do, it doesn't affect Hosok that much anymore. They will not get what they want. Yeah, there might be like things said on the internet or like from the media, there might be things that will be said about Hosok, but it doesn't affect him. He would not say anything about it. He would not engage, or he would not react on those things. It's like, and it feels like the things that are being said about him, people will realize that there is not pure intention behind. There are intentions behind those things. So it's not gonna be harmful to Hosok. It's just like people shooting in the air, trying to get attention, but it's not gonna work. Ooh, and then we have this one. What is the universe bringing to Hosok? We have the Empress. So this is, ooh, this is the gift of empathy, compassion, intuition. It could very well be a new romantic connection as well. Maybe not a new one, but like the romantic connection, if he has already had someone, it's gonna be upgraded to another level. It's like Hosok will have the ability to really understand people's feelings and like pick up on how other people are feeling, and empathy with people. I also see a lot of like creativity going on, creation, being able to create a lot of things. There's a lot of inspiration here as well, and just like being able to enjoy life. And I feel like also will discover like a new stage of spiritual. He will start getting into spirituality. Yes, it's time. And then the last one, we have the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh, I think this goes well with the Empress. It's like the universe is sending signals to Hosok about like waking up his spirituality, and he realizes too, like this is waking up from inside. This is like spending more time with himself, to appreciate or to acknowledge his emotions and feelings, and finding a balance within himself. And I think that is the initial step to explore spirituality, you know, like to slowly getting into something bigger. So yeah, I think that is what's on the cards. Also, see if we can get another message from this. So what's another message? Ooh, we've got 2 cards. Let's take 2. Actions, and we have happiness. Ooh, okay. I think they both pertains to the gifts of spiritual awakening and like learning, exploring about his inner side self, his inner self. Yeah, like it's gonna be a start of his spiritual journey, and of course the start of happiness. I think it is about time, and also is being prepared. Yeah, I feel like he has walked his path of hard work, and sacrifices. So now it is time to focus on himself, and truly do the work to nurture his inner self.